Hey friends, if you follow along on our social media channels or read our monthly email newsletters, you're probably aware that we launched a new community partnership in the southern rural region of Guatemala in January. Our new partner community is called El Papayo, and it is the most remote place I have ever seen. It is on the far end of not only a coffee plantation, but then a banana plantation. And the entrance to El Papayo is about a 45-minute to an hour walk to the next nearest community. And along that walk, if you don't have a four-wheel drive or a dirt bike, there's no other way to get to the community. It's kind of mind-blowing just how remote it is. So we're pretty excited about the possibilities for what we can do with this community to be able to bring some transformational projects into the community so that maybe there's a different future for the kids and the families that live in El Papayo. Well, as things often do in Guatemala, a curveball got thrown our way about a month ago, right as the new school year was beginning. The teacher of the primary school in El Papayo took off for the United States, leaving them without a teacher. So they've got a teacher in the Papayo school, which is like preschool through first grade, but they don't have a teacher for second through sixth grade, which is the vast majority of the kids in the village. Well, the Ministry of Education in Guatemala essentially told the community, yeah, sorry about that. We won't be able to get you a new teacher for at least a year and probably two. So you're just going to have to shut down the school, run the Papayo for the preschoolers, and call it good. That's not good enough. What I worry about is these kids who don't have a school to go to, 8, 9, 10 years old, they're not going to come back to school after a year or after 2 years. They're going to start working, and they're going to work jobs that pay them a pittance. And they're going to be stuck in the same cycle of generational poverty that they are now, because you know as well as I do that education is probably the single most important individual tool that a community or an individual can have to create opportunities for a better future. And that door has been slammed shut. We have an opportunity in front of us to hire a teacher, place that teacher in the school in El Papayo. We have been given assurances by the Ministry of Education that if we can find a certified teacher, and we can find a state-approved teacher to sign off on everything the teacher does, that the Ministry of Education will then certify all of the grades, all of the tests, everything that happens in the school between now and when they have their own teacher in the school a year or two from now. Now, we know some state certified teachers in the area. We know that we can find someone not only to teach the classes in El Papayo. I'm confident that we can, but I am 100% confident that we've got some state certified teachers who will sign off on the work that our hired teacher will do so that these kids can pass to the next grades. Here's what I'm asking from you. We need to raise $7,200 to pay our teacher's salary this year. And we've done some incredible things in the past couple of years. And I'm really excited because your generosity has enabled us to put more things into our budget for this year than I would have ever dreamed a year ago. But we had no idea that this was going to be a need. So this is $7,200 that I'm not really sure where we're going to find it because it is not in our budget. But here's what I do know. I know that you love kids as much as I love kids. And I know that you want God's best for them as much as I want God's best for them. And we both know that having an education is key to equipping kids to be everything they were created to be. In addition to that, without that school anchoring in those kids and that community, it really hampers our ability to do other things in the community, such as launch a school lunch program. No point in doing that if there aren't kids. Anchor our nutrition program. Find a way to meet with the families of the communities so that we can begin other community development projects like clean water projects, possibly safe cook stoves, latrines, other things that are going to be important for families in this community. So here's what I'm asking you to do today. Would you consider making a one-time extra gift toward our teachers so that we can hire a teacher in El Papayo and pay that contract through the end of this year? If we can come up with $2,000 by the middle of April, then we're going to pull the trigger on finding a teacher and writing that contract, because with that kind of seed money, I feel like we'll be able to come up with the rest of the $7,200 that we'll need to pay monthly between now and the end of the year. If you would like more information, you can always text me, call me, email me, message me on our social media channels. I'm happy to answer any questions that you've got. This video is already too long, so I can't really talk anymore, but you can give at ancoraministries.org, and in the dedication box, just put the word teacher in there, and we'll know to designate your donation toward this special project that we are launching. Thank you so much for your generosity. Thank you for loving kids and for believing that they can be so much more than what their current circumstances are. And thank you for watching this video.